CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com. I'm Steve. Biden meets with congressional leaders today, with Democrats and Republicans far apart on how to raise the nation's debt ceiling.
I'm Stephen Portnoy at the White House.
It's Congress's constitutional duty to act.
As the clock ticks toward a possible default as early as June 1st, Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the president will insist that House Speaker Kevin McCarthy advance a bill that raises or suspends the debt ceiling without strings attached.
At the southern border, a sharp increase in migrants is expected as pandemic policies that forced expulsion expire in 2 days. CBS's Nicole D'Antonio on what's being considered as a possible replacement.
The regulation would disqualify migrants from asylum if they failed to request it in another country on their way to the U.S. It would bar most non-Mexican migrants from asylum if they enter the U.S. without permission. Violating the rules would result in swift deportation, a 5-year ban on entering the U.S., and potential criminal prosecution if they do so.
And there's word President Biden's issued an executive order ending the COVID vaccine mandate for federal workers. The U.S. has announced a new $1.2 billion security assistance package for Ukraine. As CBS's Tammy McCormick tells us, it was a day for saber-rattling in Moscow for Victory Day.
Russian soldiers marched to the ceremonies. Putin later compared the fighting in Ukraine to the World War II victory over Nazi Germany.
Сегодня цивилизация вновь находится на решающем.
Putin told the soldiers the country's future relies on a Russian victory in Ukraine, but Moscow has suffered heavy losses there and few gains.
A federal panel is out with a proposed recommendation that women at average risk for breast cancer should get screening mammograms every other year starting at age 40. Previous recommendation was for that to begin at 50. Breast cancer rates in younger women have been on the rise. Also on the Health Watch today, CBS's Jim Krasula tells us
fentanyl-related deaths among children surged more than 30 times between 2013 and 2021. More than 5,000 children and teens died from overdoses involving fentanyl in the past 2 decades. That's according to data published in the Journal of the American Medical Association Pediatrics.
A New York judge told jurors just before deliberations began this morning that they have to decide whether they think there is a more than 50% chance that former President Trump raped E. Jean Carroll inside a store dressing room. Trump has denied it. Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 45 points. The S&P 500 down 14. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.